today, and we are doing a brand new Sims Force people today. And so today is definitely going to be a really great day, just because I'm excited to say that I'm building yet again another base game only home, but this time in the world of Oasis Springs. And this house is actually one of my all-time favorites because I built this on my stream a couple days ago, and a lot of you guys actually really like the colors, the vibe, the whole shebang of the house. And it's actually called Citrus Haven because one of my good friends in my stream actually gave me the name of this, and I chose it, and it's on the gallery right now for you guys to download. It has a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Both the kitchen and living room are actually all closed off, so they're all their own separate room. And I decided to actually put the dining room on the outside, on the side of the kitchen, to give it something different, because I normally put my dining rooms on the inside, and I feel like Oasis Springs is extremely hot in this world. Like in the summertime, it's blazing hot. So I like, a change of scenery, get some breath of fresh air. And so it made sense to call it Citrus Haven for the vibe that I was going with. And the color scheme that I went with is actually orange, yellow, and blue, or light blue technically, on the outside. As for the inside, I kind of kept it traditional and a little bit more tropical, but, basic, kind of. As for the bedroom, I used one of the new base game wallpapers that we got with the Caribbean update a long time ago, and I really love that wallpaper, and I believe I chose the wallpaper coloring that is like gray and with like the white paneling on the bottom with the white feathers, and I really love it. But for one, I want to start building more houses like this in this world, or in this part of the section of the neighborhood, because this neighborhood is more of deserty, and some of the other houses are in a greener part, like the ones where the Calientes and the land grabs, like they live in more of a greener pasture, more high-rise prestige area. And so when I get to the point of that world in my save file, I'll probably end up giving the houses a makeover instead of like rebuilding it to my own style. But I might, we'll see. We'll see when we get to that point in time of, 2019. Who knows when I'll ever actually finish this save file, because I am also a scatterbrain, and I go all over the place most of the time, like with my voiceovers and like my speed builds and like just time in general. Like when I was like actually doing this house, I was struggling trying to find the perfect table to put on the outside, because I kid you not, when I was like coming up with the idea for this house, I was like, okay, where's the bathroom? Where's the dining room going to be? Because this house is on a 20 by 15 lot, and it's so small. And then I later on figured it out because someone gave me a suggestion in my chat, and just use this table and put it against the fence. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense. And I decided to actually make it a little bit more decorative by putting a nice little sunflower plant on top of it, or on the edge of it. And this is actually the table that I chose with the right amount of chairs. And even though there's only 4 chairs and only one sim is probably going to be living here, I kind of had the impression that they had family members or friends that come around to their house every now and then to see what they're doing, check up on stuff, stuff like that, the neighborly thing to do. So the idea for the sim, I wanted to have this sim to be in one of either the program freelancer career, or actually an astronaut, or soon to be an astronaut of Oasis Springs. I'm not sure just yet. I kind of want to have as a single sim who's just starting out in their career and working their way up into that society of life. So I'll probably end up making them an astronaut, because a beginning astronaut technician, something like that. We'll see. I probably will actually make some creative videos around this style of house and the sim. And also they're going to be base game only. So in case you guys not know about the save file, I've made multiple videos in the past where I'm like, this is for my save file, blah blah blah, but I was actually using pretty much every single pack that I had in my game. But for this save file is gonna stay for a very, very long time. And what my plan is to actually make all the base game worlds, like Oasis Springs, New Crest, and Willow Creek, all base game only homes with all base game only families. So all the families will have their base game careers, and also their base game clothing, and their houses will be base game. So everything will be all base game. But for the other worlds, Forgotten Hollow, Del Sol Valley, Selva Dorada, and those in Granite Falls, and some other worlds too, pretty much every single one will have the base game and their dedicated pack. Forgotten Hollow will be base game and vampires only, And then for like Silver Dorado will be, base game and Jungle Adventures. And what else? Delta Valley will be, base game and Get Famous. Like, I'm basically making this save file accessible for all people who don't have all the packs or who just have the base game and one other pack. But then I had the idea, since like most of the worlds, like most of the packs that we have gotten, like Parenthood for instance, that pack didn't really come with a new world, and I thought for the longest time that it was an expansion pack, even though they literally said it's a game pack. So did the cover art of it said game pack, but my brain was thinking expansion, because so much content came in that game with like character values and also the bulletin board to discipline your kids and like set curfew hours. Like the whole pack itself is a really must buy. Like if you're looking for packs to buy, I desperately say and wholeheartedly, like my own opinion, get Parenthood. Like if you're looking for like generational family oriented gameplay, Parenthood is the pack to get. And if you guys are actually new to like the whole Sims franchise and you just don't know what the Sims all about, in case you guys not know, The Sims 4 is actually for free up until May 28th, 2019. So if you go to origin.com or the Origin app that you have download on your desktop, make sure you go to one of those two dedicated destinations, search up The Sims 4, and you can go ahead and grab it for free. And once you redeem it, it's yours forever. And you will be part of the Sims 4 fam that we call, hoarders, as I for one, love clutter. I love personalizing my homes, and so I do have quite a few base game builds that you guys can download on my gallery, which is SpringSims, which is my Origin ID. Everything else is under SpringSims. If you have the other packs, so on and so forth, along with my other Sims, and I plan to actually start building more base game homes for the next couple of days because I know it ends on a Tuesday, and I want to like have a few builds for you guys to download if you're just getting the base game. And I probably won't record them all. I just will probably just upload them to the gallery just for the sake of, people getting just the base game or who just have the base game. Because I know a couple of my friends, Reese, who's actually in one of my streams, she actually only has the base game and she just got it a couple days ago. And I'm so proud about that for her. And I'm pretty sure she just got Get Famous because she was saying in my stream that she was going to get Famous the next day. And that was like 2 days ago. Well, technically, she probably got it today. Or, I don't know. We'll see. I'll ask her today. Anyway, like I said, I have to say that building in base game has to be one of the most difficult things I have ever experienced in my entire life. But base game adds so much now that the base game has been patched up for so long. Like we got toddlers, we got pools, we got basins, we got more half walls and more customizations with all the like the holiday patch updates and just new things for every like little single detail that you wouldn't expect that we would be getting. And back in the day of like 2014, we literally did not have pools, ghosts, toddlers, basements, more half wall types, more customization for roofs or terrain tools. Matter of fact, we didn't have terrain tools back then, so we had literally the bare bones. And back then I wouldn't say The Sims 4 was worth getting for the price that I paid for, because I paid at least $80 or $70 or $80 for The Sims 4 base game, because I for one wanted the premium edition instead of the limited edition, because I know the limited edition was like $40 or $50, and like back then not worth the price at all. But now I have to say The Sims 4 is definitely worth the price that it's like currently stating for all the stuff that we have gotten so far. And The Sims 4 like is forever growing. And a couple of days ago on Twitter, SimGuru Lindsay actually confirmed that we'll be getting 200, oh no, wait. I think she said 350 swatches in base game. 350 new swatches in base game. Like, that right there blows my mind. And I hope and pray that we get like some type of like all the swatches have like at least one white swatch, because some of the doors don't have any white swatches, or like they're off white or off gray. Like we need a plain white swatch for every single item, and all dedicated all black swatches as well for all the dedicated items in the base game. Because the base game is like, I don't want to say necessarily lacking a lot of things, well, it kind of is, but still, the base game is getting better and better, and I'm liking it, and it makes me want to like shout to the heavens to all my friends saying, get the base game now, it's for free, and get it right now so you can get all this amazing content because it's free up until May 28th, in case you guys not know. And I just cannot believe how far The Sims 4 has come. And the good thing about this is like people who are getting the base game now, like new and inspiring creators are coming to the platform of YouTube or Twitch or whatever, or Mixer or Instagram, because people are so talented nowadays. And like I'm blown away on how many builds and how many inspiring simmers out there on in the community of The Sims 4, The Sims 2, or The Sims 3, or The Sims 1, matter of fact, because I've been playing The Sims franchise for 19 years now of my life, since the year 2000. And growing up, I never really thought that, I would get to this point in my life where I would still be playing The Sims and actually making videos about it, or talking to people, or like seeing people that I honestly look up to as like a, necessarily like a creator, as a friend, and like meeting those people in person is like blowing my mind. So I have to say, like, my inspirations for like people who have brought me joy is like, Starlight Sims or Star Winksy, Dr. Ashley, Ocean Sims, X Urban Sims, Thomas TV, Kia, all these different people like really have really heavily inspired me to be like a better person in general, because their content, when I watch them, especially like my friend Matt, like Pixelate, he's freaking hilarious. He's so inspirational, so dedicated at what he does, and like the fact that he's a full-time content creator now is like blowing my mind, and I'm happy for him, and he's just like one of my best friends of all time. And for whenever I just watch anybody's content, whether it's like my friends or like just some random person that sent me a link to their channel and wants me to watch their video, I actually watch it. And it kind of gets me thinking, like, wait a minute, they actually make content about stuff that I actually enjoy about, like, whether you make content about, storytelling, just like dedicated storytelling about, it could just be anything at all. And it doesn't have to be The Sims, like, stuff like that, storytelling, The Sims, Minecraft, Stardew Valley, house flipper videos, like, anything that you create that makes you happy, I'm happy, because if you're happy with your content, that means you're honestly and genuinely enjoying it. And if you're enjoying it, then everybody else will enjoy it. And they can definitely see how you're like growing as a person, but also like as a creator, because you're always like developing new and better ideas to advance and improve your content each and every single day. And that's what I'm trying to do with all my builds. Like, I'm trying to improve with my building styles, especially with base game, because back in the day, I wasn't the best builder of all time. Like, I was literally trash with base game. Like, I could not build to save my life. I could only build boxes, and that was pretty much it. But now, I feel like I'm getting better, and I'm happy with my builds. Like, I actually am, like, wholeheartedly happy that I get to share my stuff on the gallery that is base game, and not feel bad, like, oh, man, my builds are terrible, and they're like barely furnished, and like they're kind of ugly. But now I feel like, I took the time, and I just like thought about my stuff, and like just took my time with furnishing mostly, and like landscaping, and the whole exterior of everything, and like looking on Pinterest and Google for housing inspirations and ideas that I could kind of go off of, but kind of use my own ideas to see what I could really do with my own, brain, my 2 cents there. But at the end of the day, we're all humans. We're all growing at different rates. We all see we all see things differently each and every day. But overall, yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Overall, I have to say that I'm really, really excited for more speed builds to come, more base game builds, more everything for the YouTubes here on the channel, because I do have 2 new Let's Plays coming soon that I think you guys will definitely be excited for, because I personally am super pumped for this, because it might actually make sense for the new EP that might be announced at EA Play this year. I hope so, because if it isn't, I'm going to be upset, but then also kind of excited, because more content, the better for my builds. But either way, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, what kind of builds you want me to do next for my save file, which world, what packs, and that is pretty much it, because the more suggestions that you give me, either on Twitter or Instagram or Twitch or the comments down below, will really help me to make the save file go faster, and I can release it faster for you guys to download and play with and enjoy on your own free time. And again, I say, for the fourth time, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!